Can't go wrong with this dish.
Very, very good. It's warm.
Oh, next level. Good morning, everybody from South Africa. Today we are going to do a food tour. We are going to eat all the South African yummy food. We're only gonna touch on a few.
The few that we are gonna touch on, we think are the most delicious and the most iconic. So for breakfast, we've got some stewed fruit and yogurt.
That my mum used to make this quite a bit with us growing up in South Africa. It was one of our favorite breakfast meals. Never used to get it that often because I think the dried fruit was a bit expensive, but we were brought up eating stewed fruit and yogurt.
Another thing South Africans love to eat for breakfast is porridge. This one here is called maltabella.
Healthy for you, directions are on the box, but we don't really know how to make it. My mum usually makes this and she's not here at the moment. Another couple of porridges that South Africans usually eat is tasty wheat and Pronutro. And then there's another one, I think it's called nyala or something, and you can make putu out of it, or pap, or you can have it as a porridge. South Africans also call that mealie meal. Let's get into the stewed fruit. So we've got some apricots in here, some prunes, some dried apple,
figs maybe.
Figs, and they're all stewed in this juice. Always good. Thanks, Mum. Our first stop is samosas. This is my snack, by the way. We're gonna get David's snack after this. But we're gonna get some samosas, and I like the spicy potato ones.
You can get these samosas pretty much anywhere, but we got them at the grocery store just because of the convenience today.
Best place to probably get them would be Gorima's, which is a really nice place, or you can get them at Oriental, which is another nice place. But yeah, as David said, they're pretty yummy from most places. Alright, so as we said before, I know a lot of South Africans will be like, why would you go to Pick n Pay for samosas? But they're still pretty good, and it's convenient. Potato samosas, cheers.
Good flavour.
Always good.
It's like a curried potato in a spring roll type pastry. Nice and crunchy, probably deep fried. Probably not good for you, but very, very tasty.
These samosas were 32 cents Australian each, which is R3.99.
We also got some liquid fruit orange juice, which apparently is a South African brand, so let's give that a go. Oh, that's good. I could finish this right now. Love orange juice in the morning.
Oh, that's a nice juice.
GPS signal lost.
Yeah, we didn't ask you.
This is juice, by the way. It's not like a fizzy drink. These come in massive boxes, box drinks, all this. And this is the stuff that my mum uses for the stewed fruit.
The next snack, my snack, you can also get pretty much anywhere, any grocery store or anything like that, but I think it's worth going to the proper place, so that's where we're going now. Apparently this is the place to go for the finest biltong, so we can. So I think just get 100 grams of the chili. We stumbled across a Gorima's on our search for Billy Boy's biltong, so we thought we might as well compare the samosas here to the samosas that we tried at the grocery store.
We got some batter, which the guy at the store said that they crushed it all and add in dhania and all these different spices. So that's what that is. We got another samosa just to test out and see which one is actually the best. And then we got some biltong. So we're gonna try it with a good cup of Five Roses tea, which is popular here in South Africa, and David is going to have a rooibos tea.
It looks like it's deep fried. It tastes like a fritter.
My turn. I think we call it chili bite. That's like another term for it, but I've definitely had better ones. I think this one's a bit dry, but I know that these things can be really good when they're made fresh. Let's try out the potato samosa from Durban. This is so flavorful. It's definitely better than Pick and Pay, but I can't say that Pick and Pay is bad. Like, it's still really good, but this just has some extra bits and pieces in it.
The moment you've all been waiting for, the biltong. Now, I've been told by the locals that this is the best biltong place you can buy from, Billy Boy's Biltong. This is like dried beef that's been cured and flavored. This is chili flavor. It is a little bit more expensive than some other places where I've bought it, but it's definitely worth the little bit of extra dollars because the taste is unreal. It's not too chewy, you know? You're not like breaking your jaw. I've also tried the bacon rashers. It doesn't look very good, but it tastes really, really good. So Ben, Patty, if you're watching, thank you for the recommendation. This is rooibos tea. I think it means red bush in Afrikaans, is that right? It's just like a bush tea, very South African, and it's just, I don't know how to describe it. It's just a nice alternative to the traditional sort of breakfast teas and Ceylon teas and whatnot, which Sarah is having.
I am having the Five Roses tea, which is very popular in South Africa, and you can find this tea, both of these teas, anywhere. At like almost any restaurant, they'll always have Five Roses tea and rooibos tea. Definitely the best tea in the world. The traditional Five Roses tea is the Ceylon tea, which is what I'm having, but you can also get herbal Five Roses tea in all different types now.
If we didn't already tell you guys, Jackson does not have central locking. We have to do every door individually.
It's lunchtime, we're getting a little bit hungry, so we are gonna go and get something really yummy to eat. Can't go wrong with this dish. We're pretty excited.
In 50 meters.
Blue skies! We're gonna head over to Oriental where they sell bunny chows, mousses, biryani, all the good South African stuff, so let's go.
And if you don't know what any of that is, just keep watching. It's supposed to be coming into winter right now, but it is hot and it is humid, especially coming from Canada. And now I'm going to be eating curries. Typically here the dishes come with carrot salad, and this is new.
It's called sambles.
Sambles. It's like a tomato, onion, coriander, chilies salad. Just freshens up the meal, makes the curry and the bread a little bit lighter. These meals are very South African, but they're also quite specific to Durban because back, I don't know, 150 years ago or something, a lot of Indians came over from India to work on the sugarcane farms. So that's why there's quite a heavy Indian influence in the cooking in Durban.
Our waiter brought us some mutton curry to taste while we wait for our bunnies. So we're just going to taste the mutton. Very spicy and delicious. So tender.
It's warm. But the flavors are just... Look at that. Sinkers. These are called sinkers in South Africa because they sink to the bottom of the pot. Melts in your mouth.
Thank you very much.
No problem. I was just
A bunny chow is basically a loaf of bread that's cut in half. The middle is dug out and then they add curry in there. You can choose mutton, chicken, beans, and this is the inside of the bread. So you can eat it with your hands, you can eat it with a knife and fork. Most people eat it with their hands, so that's what we're going to do. The softness of the bread and the curry is just so cozy and warm. Definitely good for a winter's day. But we're going to be sweating eating this.
I've got the chicken biryani. So it's basically rice, lentils, chicken and potato curry, all mixed together, and a million other secret herbs and spices that make it taste amazing. Chicken is like soft, moist, delicious. potatoes are like really soft and everything just melts in your mouth. So good.
You can have biryani with something called dal, which I think is like a split lentils sort of. You boil it and it kind of turns into like, not liquid, but something like that, like a thick sort of liquid form. And then you add chilies and spices in there and you can pour it over the biryani and it's like, oh, next level.
Curry's not hot enough. They also hit you with chilies in the salad. The flavour is absolutely unreal. And to be honest, the curry's not that hot, it's just really hot out here today. And they do cook these curries with the bones in as well, so make sure you're just careful when you're chewing, because you don't want to end up with the likes of that stuck in your gullet. Oh, that was sensational. That was so delicious. All of that food came up to 205 Rand, which is $16.89 AUD. That was including a South African dessert, which is called soji, which we will try later on in the video, 2 big meals, 2 waters, and our dessert, and the salads. And we had taste testers as well for free, which was really good. What better place to try the soji than our backyard? Soji is like, I think it's some sort of wheat or something like that. I'm not really sure how they make it. This has some crushed almonds on top. I think it's made with quite a bit of butter, just by looking at it. Very good. Very, very good. It's like soft, kind of sticky in your mouth, sweet, and buttery. Really good. I don't know how else to describe it, but it's super tasty. It's also got some sort of like aromatic in there, like not cinnamon, but something similar. It almost feels like uncooked cake dough, cookie dough.
This kind of dessert, you can eat it all year round. Summer, autumn, winter, spring, doesn't matter. For our next little snack, we have some, we have some special guests that are gonna try it out for us because we are full. This is called, actually, let's just leave it to them.
This is a vet koek. It's something that was made by the Dutch. And the reason why they did this, it was easier to make this than to bake the bread, the ordinary bread. But it's very tasty, and you can have mince in it, and you can also put jam, and they're very, very tasty. And this has been made from when I was a young boy. My sister used to make it, my granny used to make it, which is my Oma, and we really enjoyed it. It's a very tasty vet koek.
This fried bread, I really like it, but I also love the part of the filling, which is made with mince and your curry powder, ginger, garlic, which gives it that nice, spicy, tangy taste. And even putting the filling in the fried bread is really delicious.
This special meal was made by my eldest sister, Doreen.
From scratch. Always nice. I love it when it's warm.
Wow, delicious.
And the filling is absolutely
tasty,
delicious.
and made with love.
Lovely.
Soft, moist, fluffy, all in one, delicious. My auntie makes the best vet koek in South Africa.
Turn left, then your destination will be on the left.
There are monkeys everywhere. We saw some in the tree, some on the road. We saw a monkey looking in someone's car, trying to see what it can steal. We are going to try and find some pap and chakalaka, which is like a tomato chutney with onions and spices. Let's go try and find it. We have been looking all over the place for the food that we're looking for, and we finally found it, but they only open in 15 minutes, so we're just gonna wait it out. I hope it's worth it because we've been walking around everywhere. We're gonna have some chakalaka and pap, which is a pretty popular dish in South Africa.
Popular.
and it's popular with braais.
No? Okay.
A braai is like a South African version of a barbecue, but they usually grill the meat over open fire.
Yeah, which we had the privilege of attending a family braai the other day. The meat was just cooked to perfection, all smoky and delicious, all the secret herbs and spices, and it doesn't really get much better than that as far as South African cooking. So unfortunately we don't have the live footage here for you guys, but as you can see, we had a good time.
We decided to get the boerewors. It was just called boerewors, which is a type of sausage. But this boerewors came with chakalaka, which is a tomato chutney, as I said before, and pap, which is made from like maize. So we've got all three in one. You can have the boerewors in a roll with chakalaka in it, or you can have the boerewors with chakalaka and pap if you want to. So you can have it many different ways, but usually South Africans have this at a braai. So let's try it. Spicy, it's tasty. I'm gonna have to put my hands in there because it's kind of on a stick. The flavor from the boerewors, the spiciness of the chutney, chakalaka, the softness from the pap, so tasty, so much flavor, delicious.
Okay, let me try and eat it like a kebab. I'm going for that much.
Does it have chutney on it?
Yeah, it's gonna be too much. Really good flavors. I'm a sucker for a good boerewors as well. It's just like a really hearty sausage, normally comes in a roll. The chakalaka is just like a spicy hot salsa, and it just goes nicely with the chewiness of the sausage and then the softness from the pap. This pap, the way it's cooked, is almost like a substitute for potato.
At the moment it's kind of like soft and squishy, but it can also be made in a crummy form, kind of like couscous. But yeah, I'm gonna dig in. This meal was 90 Rand, which is $7.38 AUD. It's a little bit more on the pricey side because we did get it takeout at a restaurant, but if you get it anywhere else, I'm sure there's other places that sell it a lot cheaper, or you can make it at home.
That's gonna wrap it up for today's video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to like it and subscribe if you haven't already.
We also just wanted to say that there are many other iconic South African foods that we did not have in this video, like milk tart and Cook Sisters, just to name a few. You need to come to South Africa yourself and try out all the other goodies that there are. But that's all we could fit in our bellies today. We will be in another place in the next video. We will be out of Durban. We're leaving Durban this week, so we'll be in a new place and we can't wait to see you guys there.
Bye.